let's get started. My name is Jenna. It wouldn't be a judge's day, would it, if there wasn't a little accident? My name is Jenna, and I'm honored to be officiating and emceeing today's ceremony and reception. Let's start by explaining how Melanie and Lucas met. In Mel's words, it was a modern-day love story. They met on Hinge, an online dating app, and they both knew pretty early on that there was something special between them. Their first date was at a very fancy restaurant, Bowman's Bar and Grill on Carling Avenue, that Mel chose purely for convenience because it was a mere 20 meters from her house, in case dates went sour. But to her surprise, their first date lasted 3 hours. After that date, Mel contacted two of her best friends, Emma and Dunes, and tried to find out what was wrong with him. He seemed too good to be true, so there must have been something wrong. But the only thing she could think of was that he only had 9 toes. You can ask Lucas about that later. But luckily for Lucas, the fact that he only has 90% of the toes, or 90% of his toes, did not turn her away. They actually got together again the day after their first date, and then both went away for the holidays, the December holidays, for 10 days. Luckily, though, their spark didn't fade. They spoke every day on these trips. The day after returning was New Year's Day, and they had brunch for 7 hours. And from then on, they hung out almost every day. Luckily for them, the pandemic was upon us, because this ultimately led them the decision to move in together. Because Mel and Megan had been to a trip to the UK, and upon returning had to isolate for 2 weeks. And because she didn't want to go home to her frontline roommate, Jacob, didn't want to go home and bring anything to the house, she decided to isolate with Lucas. And those 2 weeks quickly turned into forever. And here we are today. Then at the end of the month in March, we were hungry. In 2020, Addie came into their lives. And it is no secret that Addie is extremely loved by both Mel and Lucas, and they are incredible dog parents. I then asked Mel what she loved most about Lucas. And she said it was how fun and exciting he made their relationship. She also mentioned how thoughtful Lucas is, and how much he loves both his and her families, and that a perfect day is just being together. Also, she mentioned that he is so easygoing to the point that the only thing he doesn't like in this world are paper straws. He just said it's up there, in case you didn't hear. And then I asked Lucas when he knew that he loved Mel. He said that everything was easy with her. They have similar interests like sports, spending time with family and friends, and laughing, lots of laughing. Things just click with her. They have fun together no matter where they are. Lucas said he knew he wanted to marry Mel when they started living together. He said, she's just the best person, and we just fit together. This day isn't going to change their lives. It isn't supposed to. It's meant to celebrate their past and present, and to toast to their future. It's meant to celebrate that they are always each other's highlight, that they are strong together, but they're also so much stronger together. I think I said that wrong. They're strong apart, but they are also so much stronger together. So normally at this point of the ceremony, the couple would exchange rings. But as we all know, Melanie and Lucas did so last year. And they already wear their rings. But what some of you might not know is the story behind Mel's wedding ring. This ring is both modern and sentimental, as it's the combination of the dream diamond that Mel always wanted, but also 2 diamonds from Mel and Megan's grandmother, Jane's ring, which was actually Aunt Shelley's idea. Brilliant idea, Aunt Shelley. And now they've chosen to express their love with all their family and closest friends present. Mel and Lucas, we have now come to your vows. Please start. Mel.
Thank you. Will read my vows. Thanks. Lucas, from the first day we met, I immediately knew you were someone very special, and you would be around for a lot longer than just our first date. After just a few weeks together, and after the old besties approved of my new 9-toed man, I knew that I would do everything in my power to keep you in my life. I will never forget the moment I knew you were the one I was going to spend the rest of my life with. On a road trip to Toronto, when we got completely cut off by a reckless GTA driver, your first instinct, turn the page, was to shoot your arm out to protect me before even thinking twice about yourself. Your selflessness, your safety, and your ability to physically demonstrate your love and adoration for me without even having to say it will always be what I admire most about you. We may have gone the non-traditional route with our love story and our marriage, but I don't think I could ever run out of reasons to emphasize how much you mean to me. You have shown me what a loving, happy, and fun partnership looks like, and I am so excited to spend the rest of my life laughing with you, falling more and more in love with you every day, and of course, starting a family with you, because you refuse to acknowledge the dog as our first official child. We may be already married, but I wanted to stand here in front of all of our friends and family and promise to always put you and our family above all else, no matter how busy life gets. I promise that you will always be more than enough for me, no matter what. I promise to love you and cherish you for as long as you live, and then some. I promise to always choose you and to hug you a little tighter when the times get challenging or tough. I promise to acknowledge and cherish everything you do for me and for our family, regardless of how small the act. I promise to always have your back, even when I may or may not agree with your logic. I promise to work on my inside voice, even if that ends up being a lifelong work on. Does anyone have a Kleenex? Thank you. This is really nasty. I promise to continue to buy you a flashy new pair of Crocs for every birthday, despite how much I detest them. I promise to get up at 3 a.m. with you every time our dog gets sprayed by a skunk. I promise to accept that Sundays will no longer be a day that we can make plans because of late night hockey and parking lot beers with the boys. I promise to get better at cuddling and to always appreciate your 4 a.m. morning kisses before you leave for work. Please never, ever stop doing that. I promise to forever make you roll your eyes at my dad jokes. I promise to make you laugh every day, even if it's at the expense of me enduring considerable physical harm. I promise to continue to be your brain, your human calendar, and your task manager. I promise to let you and our future children win a competition or a board game every once in a while. And finally, I promise to never take for granted how rare it is to find someone as incredible as you. The best decision I've ever made was to give you my heart entirely. You complete me and make me a better person each and every day. I love you.
Mel, time flies, eh? It feels like we were just here yesterday doing this. What an amazing ride it's been. From the second we started talking, I knew you were someone really special. Our first date at Bowman's, conveniently located 20 seconds from your house, just kind of cemented everything that I thought of you when we started talking. The journey together has been spectacular. We've tackled so much in what doesn't seem like a lot of time, and everything's been so easy and seamless. It's a true sign of how perfect we are together. You have such a caring, loving, and devoted personality. Every day I get to spend with you. I consider myself lucky that you made room for me in your giant heart. With all the penguins. I could list things I'm grateful for forever. But near the top of the list is all the calendars and the lists you make for me, hoping I find them or even remember them. And you still manage to put up with all the questions I asked, even if it's the 15th time in the same day. We've meshed into something I'm not sure I ever thought was possible. You complete me so perfectly that I could never picture a life without you. The future is so bright. Together, the possibilities are endless. And there's not a problem we can't tackle or stiff arm. Or a situation we won't get through, I'm convinced. The odd tears and stress, but I know together, nothing will be able to break the special bond we have. I promise to always be by your side, through the good and the bad, to support and encourage you in everything you do. It's a lot. But most importantly, to repeatedly tell you how much I love you and how much you mean to me. Nothing makes me prouder to call you my best friend, my wife.
Wonderful vows. Thank you so much. They were beautiful. May the love which has brought you together continue to grow and enrich your lives. May you meet with courage the problems which arise to challenge you, and may your relationship always be one of love and trust. May the laughter and joy you shared today be with you always, and may every word you have pledged here be a living truth in your lives. Melanie and Lucas Angeli, please seal your vows with a kiss. And finally, after 1 year of marriage, we get to celebrate these two. Woohoo!